I was having a conversation with a friend recently about emotional regulation because over the past week or so, I've been having a really hard time with just certain changes in my life. And I was explaining to him how hard it was just to get through these certain things. And while these things are, in fact, painful and they're hard to get through, this is a person that I'm talking to whom has had a lot of different experiences to me, and on paper are harder experiences to go through than anything that I'm going through right now. And every time I ever complain, it's not like he is the type of person who makes me feel bad about it. It's actually the complete opposite, where I don't want to bring my problems to him because I know that he's had such worse problems in life. But instead, he will hold me accountable sometimes and remind me that my problems aren't as bad as I make them out to be. And he's right. But as I was explaining to him all that was going on, at the end of the conversation, he said, I just want to see that you're happy. And I tried to confirm or affirm or assure him that I have so much more to be happy for than I let on. And that's what I told him. I said that there are so many things in my life that I have to be happy for. And he sort of used that as a point to say, exactly. And it made me realize that I think negatively about a lot of different things in my life that I probably shouldn't. I am upset more often than I am seemingly happy. And while I am joyous most days of the week, my bad times feel a lot harder than the good times. And it just makes me realize that I don't highlight the good as much as I highlight the bad. Like, there are so many things in this life that I have to be grateful for. God breathed air into my lungs this morning and gave me another day at life. God woke me up this morning. There's grass on the ground outside. There are trees. There are clouds. There are birds flying through the air. There's so much to be grateful for. And every day there's so much more that is good than bad. And I think a lot of times I feel the bad more heavily compared to all of the good, but none of the good feels as good if there is no bad. There is no good if there is no bad, and there is no bad if there is no good. And if we fail to recognize that certain things are in fact bad, and if all things were just good, then nothing would be good. Just like if all things were bad because we failed to recognize that anything was good, then nothing would be good and all would be bad. So I am grateful for the bad, but I also know that I can't let it consume me. I have to let it just be sometimes. Sometimes I let the 10% of my days that just happen to be bad, if there even is a 10% of my day that is bad, sometimes I let that 10% feel like it's 90%, even if it was only supposed to happen in that 10% of the day. It was something that was supposed to only happen for 5 minutes. It was something I was supposed to only feel for 5 minutes. I ended up feeling for 4 hours when I should have just let it go. And I should have just looked for the better things in life, but I didn't. I sulked in it. I felt it for way too long. I am grateful for the bad. As hard as that may feel, or as bad as that may sound, I'm so grateful for the bad things that happen in my life because I can see the good. I can see the good when I'm grateful for the bad. My name is Caroline, and I'm trying to get through my 20s. I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect at it. I love Jesus, but sometimes I am not focused on Him. Sometimes I am not looking for Jesus in everything. And no matter how many times I say it, sometimes I'm not. And I hate to admit that, but it's true. Sometimes I'm not looking for Jesus. Sometimes I am expecting things from Jesus, but not putting in any effort. Because every relationship ever is a two-way street. And if I am not picking up the phone to call him, why would I be hurt if the relationship is not as deep as it could be or as it should be? That doesn't mean that Jesus doesn't love me anymore. That doesn't mean that I don't love Jesus anymore. But if I'm not picking up the phone to call him, if I'm not breaking out my Bible to see what God's word has to say about certain situations, Why would I be upset if the God of the universe isn't talking to me? Well, he is, I'm just not listening. He is, I'm just not listening. The devil screams at us, but Jesus stands at the door patiently waiting for us to open the door when he knocks. He has given us free will, and he lets us use it freely, and he respects it. He doesn't hold it over us. He respects it. If we don't want to spend time with him, okay, he won't make us. But I'm really trying to focus on the good. I'm really trying to look for the good in life. And it's hard. It's hard sometimes. And I have this apartment. I have this bed. I have my air conditioning unit that works just fine in this apartment. I have this artwork on my wall that I've made over the years. Okay, there are so many great things to be grateful for. Sometimes I am not focused on that. Sometimes I am so focused on the bad. And I have to stop doing that. I have to be better at that. I have to be.